what is the home visiting ministry, and tonight is to be able to bring some clarity to that. And so research shows that home visiting in the first 1,000 days has a huge impact, and that's because home visiting programs target all the stakeholders in the first 1,000 days, and generally it's to provide information, health, nutritional support, psychosocial support for the parents and caregivers. And so the support of early learning and development can be given as well. So referrals to networking services or support services, referrals to individuals in the community. So home visiting is one of the most successful strategies for reaching out to the most vulnerable in the first 1,000 days in our communities, and especially for caregivers and children who are struggling or who are out of a community of support, who don't have that village around them to raise a child. And so home visiting helps to bring all the stakeholders together to support that family, or be able to refer families to the support that they need. And research in South Africa on home visiting programs in vulnerable communities has shown that there's a significant change in parenting behaviors, in the stimulation practices, so their engagement with their children, in the health and safety of families, as well as linking families to social grants and other services. And so within the South African context, this home visiting program works best. And it's largely because it can be a struggle to get parents to attend a parenting workshop, but home visiting works well whether you're in rural or urban setting, because you go to them, you go to their homes. And so churches really could put finances behind, or effort or intention behind, training volunteers to do a home visiting program for all mothers that have either given birth or are late in pregnancy within your church and outside in your community. So what we see is that if parents have a chance to share their worries with someone who listens to them without judgment, this has a really significant impact on the mum, which in turn helps her raise her child well, and ensures that the baby will receive nurturing care elements so that they reach their development goals. And so we do need to start early, and this is because the more the bond between mum and baby is strengthened within that first year to 2 years of life, the greater chance the baby has to reaching its milestones. And as home visitors in the local church, they don't have to be an expert, they don't have to be a doctor or a nurse. As a church, you don't have to hold a clinic or counseling services. What it is about a relationship that is simply listening to mum and praying with mum and being a friend to mum, encouraging her and letting her know that she is the best mum to this baby. And so churches play a significant role in being a place where they can provide emotional and physical safety or spaces that are safety to mothers and caregivers. And it really is a great time or opportunity to be able to bring mothers together to support one another as well. And so we already, as the local church, visit the sick and the elderly. We already have a community because we meet every Sunday and even during the week, and we can be a modern day village around families in the first 1,000 days. So we're already reaching out into our communities to pastorally care for families or individuals. And so we've taken the research of home visiting being a good way in which churches and organizations can reach into their community and support families in the first 1,000 days. And we've taken what the church already does in visiting, and we've developed the home visiting ministry for churches to visit expecting and new mums as part of their ministry to care for families in this critical stage of life. And so we've developed a home visiting manual, which is structured around the nurturing care framework, with each session addressing different elements of the building blocks. And the nurturing care framework is love, health, nutrition, safety and security, and stimulation, the 5 elements that all children need to thrive in life. And so we based the home visiting initiative on Ibai Lengani, which is an evidence-based evaluated project developed by Delanati, which has also been used within the Western Cape Ministry of Health and other provinces to train the community health workers and other NGOs across South Africa. And so the home visiting ministry is a church-based ministry that is to intentionally and regularly visit expectant or new mums or caregivers in their homes, and especially those that are disconnected from community during this phase of life. And as I mentioned, it is hoped that home visitors will build a supportive relationship with mum in this vulnerable and critical phase of a child's life. And in turn, mum and caregivers are affirmed, and they are then able to provide the responsive nurturing care to their child, and their child is able to reach their development goals and thrive in life. So if we remember what a first 1,000-day friendly church is, an FTD friendly church has the 6 elements of that you can work in. Home visiting is a ministry that you can use in your church to be first 1,000-day friendly, where you're both surrounding families with support and love and care, whilst also equipping and preparing mum and her family for the skills to care well for their child. So the home visiting training that we offer equips church volunteers, so what we call home visitors, with the skills to foster authentic and trusting relationships with families, whilst walking a journey of support to be that village, to that mum and to that family, whilst they're in the first 1,000 days of life. And this is because we believe that when mums and caregivers feel supported, they are more likely to parent well, and their child will receive the nurturing care that she or he needs to thrive in life.